Logitech, the company that probably made your mouse, your keyboard, maybe even your webcam? Well, they just had a fantastic quarter. But how? Today, we're going to break down the numbers, the strategy, and the new gear that are making them a real winner and let's face it, a pretty tough economy. So, you might be thinking, with all this talk about economic headwinds, are people really still spending on new tech? Is a company like Logitech feeling the pinch? Well, the numbers are in, and honestly, the answer might surprise you. The short answer, they're doing incredibly well. The headline here is a 19% jump in their core profitability. That's what investors call non-GAAP operating income. That is a huge leap, and it shows a company that is absolutely firing on all cylinders. So the big question is, how did they pull it off? Okay, first things first, let's get into those headline numbers. These are the big financials that really tell the story of this powerhouse quarter. And it's not just about profit. I mean, look at the sales, $1.19 billion. That's a 6% increase over last year. In this economic climate, any growth is good, but 6%? That's a really clear signal that demand for their stuff is strong. And it's not just about the total cash coming in. It's about how much of that becomes real profit. And here, no matter how you slice it, the story is the same. Earnings per share are up a massive 21%. For anyone watching the markets, that's just a crystal clear sign of a very healthy, very well-managed business. Numbers like these don't just happen by accident, right? They're the result of a very deliberate plan. So what is the winning strategy here? What's the secret sauce behind all this success? Logitech CEO Hanneke Faber, she puts it pretty plainly. This isn't a fluke. It's all about their focused strategy. They're not just, surviving in a tough environment. They are actively showing resilience and pushing for growth. Their whole strategy really boils down to three core ideas. First, play offense. That means investing in research and marketing to go out and win market share. Second, manage costs. Basically, staying super disciplined to keep those profits high. And third, operate with agility. That's about being nimble enough to handle anything from supply chain issues to global challenges. It's a simple playbook, but it is incredibly powerful. But hey, a strategy is only as good as the products it's built on. So let's look at the fun stuff, the actual innovation, the tech that's driving all this growth and getting people like you and me excited. So if you look at where their money comes from, you can see their strengths are really diverse. Gaming? That's the biggest slice of the pie at 27%. But their foundation, their bread and butter, is still rock solid. Keyboards and mice together make up almost 40% of all sales. And with video collaboration being a big piece too, it's pretty clear this company is not a one-trick pony. 16. That's the number of new products they launched in just one quarter. I mean, that is just a blistering pace of innovation. It shows this is a company that absolutely refuses to stand still. And a perfect example is the new flagship MX Master 4 mouse. This thing is aimed right at developers and creative pros. It even has customizable haptic feedback. They're taking a product that was already an icon and just pushing it to a whole new level. And this, right here, really shows their dual dominance. On one side, you've got these sleek, professional tools for the modern workspace. And on the other, you have high-performance precision gear for the competitive gaming world. They're winning in both of these absolutely critical markets. Now check this out for innovation. A solar-powered keyboard that can hold a charge for 4 months, even if it's in total darkness. And it's not just about the tech. There's a really strong sustainability story here too. It's made with up to 70% recycled plastic. It's a great sign they're innovating on both performance and responsibility. And hey, let's not forget the office. Logitech is making a huge push into the business-to-business market. I mean, with the rise of hybrid work, equipping conference rooms and remote workers with top-notch collaboration tools is a massive growth opportunity, and Logitech is right in the thick of it. So, we've seen the what and the how, but now let's talk about the where. How is Logitech doing in different parts of the world? This chart tells a pretty fascinating story. Just look at that incredible 19% growth in the Asia-Pacific region. That is explosive. Europe, the Middle East, and Africa also posted really strong growth, up 9%. Now, the Americas saw a little dip, which the company said they expected while managing tariffs. But the good news is that demand trends actually got better as the quarter went on. All right, let's start to wrap this up by looking ahead. After a quarter this strong, what does the company itself think is coming up next? Looking ahead, here's their official forecast. They're projecting continued sales growth somewhere between 3 and 6% and really strong operating income. It's a confident outlook that basically says they believe the momentum from this quarter isn't a fluke. They think it's sustainable. And that really brings us to the final, crucial question. With this winning strategy and this incredible pace of innovation, can Logitech keep defying expectations in such a challenging global economy? Based on these results, they have set a very, very high bar for themselves, and you can bet the entire tech world will be watching.